Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, Millennium Dawn, Kenya. In the last episode, we got everything all started. We got our army organized. And we're just kind of working through our initial national focuses, trying to get some research done, trying to build some industry, because we really do not have anything to start with. We are bare bones as you can get here. So this is going to be interesting. Well, I hope it's going to be interesting. I hope it isn't just going to be a rather slow, uneventful start, which is probably going to be the case. We'll see how it goes. We shall see how it goes. And, yeah, right now we just need to get through our national focuses. So we're doing our ease of business reforms, because I need to get some factories up and running. We're probably going to need to build some infrastructure. We'll see how it all goes. We'll see how it all goes. Now, I think a request in the comments. Someone wanted me to rename one of our special forces battalions. Actually, let's go with the Ranger Battalion. The Noodle Boys, I believe it was. So yeah, we'll go ahead and throw that in there. Actually, let me we'll put that first. Okay, there we are. Actually, I don't think it was the comments. I think it was a message that was sent on Patreon from one of my donors. So, there you go. And, let's see. Anything we can do as far as the government? I'm actually trying to save up some political power because I want to start reducing our corruption a little bit, because I think that will hopefully help. Meanwhile, we're just kind of burning through time, letting the world events happen as they will. Invite controversial speaker to join on the campaign trail. Normally this would not be suggested, let alone taken seriously, but due to Uhuru Kenyatta's low approval rating. Is that our dude? Yeah, that's our dude. It might be a risk worth taking. The speaker is a fringe member of our party, known for speaking his mind at inopportune times, and has previously made numerous controversial statements. However, he is very popular among students and young people, a key group we need to convince to vote our way. Do we actually want the vote our way? What party are you? You're part of the Jubilee Party, which is the nationalist party. So, do I necessarily want that to happen? Or do we want to try and maybe move to a different party? Though it looks like it's still pretty decent. I mean, we could try and, we could try and maybe go pro-Western. Don't risk it. No, we're not going to do anything there. Low manpower, no equipment. Yeah. Or one election. Inconclusive outcome. With all the votes counted, it does not currently have a majority of the new parliament to form a new government. Additional parties must be convinced to join. And if this is impossible, control must be left to one of the other parties and let them form a government. Ah, what's this? What do we got? Invite Democratic Party. Okay. Let's see. Political power minus 110. Ouch. We gain pro-Western coalition partners. Yeah, sure. Bring them aboard. I think we're going to go that way. Great news. Gets event. Kenya. We formed a new government. Okay. So we have a coalition government. Alright, Somalia defeated Al-Shabaab. Alright, good. Actually, I really don't care. Right now, we're not that concerned about foreign matters. We're more concerned about domestic issues. Because we really don't have the, you know, any ability to really kind of stretch our legs outside our borders right now. Alright, there we go. Kind of stinks that we lost all that political power, but it's alright. We're getting 1.23 per day. I need 240 political power to get rid of some corruption. Al-Shabaab has been defeated. The Somalian government forces have managed to capture the last remaining stronghold of the Islamist Al-Shabaab. Ever since the ignition of sectarian violence in 2009, the Somalian government, along with its African Union allies, have been fighting Al-Shabaab, already a cornered animal by 2017. The last remaining pockets of Al-Shabaab were slowly but surely destroyed by Somalian and AMISOM forces. Good. How goes our construction? Well, yeah, we've got like a couple of years to go before we're going to get any military factories built. Let's see. Explosion rocks Bahraini capital and Hezbollah attack. So Hezbollah's another car bomb was detonated in Bahrain. I don't know if that like influences world tension at all, because we're going to need world tension if we're going to start expanding our borders at some point. Foreigners killed by jihadists in Pakistan. Scores of people have been killed or wounded following a jihadist gun and bomb attack on the housing complex for expatriate workers. Pakistani security forces tasked with defending the complex reportedly abandoned their posts upon the arrival of the heavily armed militants, leaving the foreigners and their families to be massacred by the extremists. Pakistani failure has been attributed to the low level of counter-terrorism training received by Pakistani security forces. The attack has shocked the international community while galvanizing radical Islamists around the region. Alright. So, let's see. Afghanistan, Bahrain, Iraq, and 26 others, radicalization increases by the medium amount. United Kingdom, China, and the United States get a manpower and political power reduction. Stability is at 40%. That's not great. Let's see if we can get rid of some corruption. That'll help. Would improve our GDP per capita, which we just need to build some industry to do that. Kurdistan resists Iraq. After victory in Kirkuk, Iraq has increased pressure towards Kurdistan. In a recent move, Iraq demanded that Kurdistan abandon all ideas of independence or increased autonomy. The Kurdish government responded, but Iraq has already shown its hostility against the Kurdish people, and as such, they have no reason to agree to the demands of the bullies. This might spark a new civil war in Iraq. Interesting. If it increases world tension. Alright, so we can now modify the government again. Foreigners killed by jihadists in Sudan. Alright, radicalization increases. China gets a reduction of manpower and political power. Collapse of the FSA. Remaining rebels team up with the Islamists. With growing military pressure on the Free Syrian Army coalition, their already shaky unity has broken completely down, and the remaining militias have mostly pledged allegiance to the Syrian Islamists of the Tahrir al-Sham, which has the former Al-Qaeda-affiliated Nusra Front at its core. Have been more effective and successful in the battlefield against Assad's forces, and this, added with the growing influence of radical ideology within many FSA groups, has made a large-scale switch of allegiance increasingly more likely over time. So that's still going on. Yeah, that's still going on. Angela Merkel was re-elected. All right. Iraq declared war on Kurdistan. Full-on civil war. Ease of business reforms is done. And what will we get? Political reform will give us a bunch of political power. Or I could mobilize the working class, which will give me war support and additional civilian industry. You know what? I'm going to take that. The anti-government forces of South Sudan appear to be winning their war. The civil war there. And so what I think I might do is have you delete your front there. Now that Al-Shabaab's no longer a problem. And head over there, because this might be an issue. Yeah, that's not going to last much longer. Alright, fall of Erbil. Iraq has captured the strategic city of Erbil. No idea how that's actually pronounced. Alright, so looks like the Kurds are not going to win that. Jihadists attack foreigners killed by jihadists in Israel. That's no bueno. Jihadists attack foreign military base in daring raid. Hundreds of foreign troops stationed in Pakistan have been killed or wounded following an attack by Islamic extremists. Equipped with small arms, rock-propelled grenades, and even some armored vehicles, the militants managed to inflict heavy damage to the base before retreating. The high casualty rate has been attributed to the poor performance of Pakistani troops who failed to warn the military base of the incoming threat and did not take action despite requests for assistance. Pakistani forces reportedly undergo a relatively low standard of counter-terrorism training, which many consider to be the main explanation for their ineffectiveness. Alright, so more radicalism, and United States loses manpower, political power, and base war support. How goes things in Yemen? Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula is kind of isolated there, and who is this? Houthi Yemen? It's like, what, a three-way civil war going on over there? Alright, 35 days till UMTS. And yeah, we're still losing money and building debt, so not much I can do about that right now. Sudan took one state. The Sudan Revolutionary Front was annexed. Yemen has captured the strategic city of Sana'a in Yemen. Again, I'm probably butchering that one. Conflict in South Kordofan and Blue Nile is over. The government of Omar al-Bashir in Sudan has declared victory over the Sudan Revolutionary Front, disgruntled for not being allowed to take part in the South Sudanese independent referendum in 2011. Several rebel factions rose against the Sudanese government and eventually formed the Sudan Revolutionary Front. The leader of the SRF, Abdelaziz al-Hilu, has fled over the border to South Sudan. Sudan has long claimed that South Sudan was funding the SRF, and it is likely that bad relations between these two countries will remain in place for a very long time. Well, South Sudan is about to not exist anymore, so... and be replaced by the anti-government forces of South Sudan. Alright, mobilize the working class is done. So what is this? Gain base stability plus 5%. Small and medium business owners increase opinion from negative to indifferent. Expand the universities. We need to have more than 10 factories in order to be able to do that. Justify war goal time. See, what I really need is like something that reduces interventionalism. Generate war goal tension limit minus 20%. There we go. Requires international diplomacy. Militarism. I don't think we need to go down that route right away. I might go for the political reform. We'll go for the political reform. Lower demand for Kenya goods abroad. The data is clear. The international exports of Kenya are going down. The cause, however, is being hotly debated amongst our economic advisors. One theory is that we have become less competitive due to our relative high wages. Another is that our competitors have increased the quality of their products. Others feel that the decrease in demand is just due to shifting trends abroad. We'll lower economic growth from fast growth. 20% no change, 75% stable growth, 5% chance of stagnation. Shinzo Abe has been re-elected in Japan. Huh? Nothing happened. Excellent. That factory's coming along. Slowly but surely. I was looking at... How short on small arms are we? Alright, there we go. Research done. Let's see. Research speed, military industry output plus 3%. I should probably start researching some of our own small arms. 320 days. Alright, go ahead and work on it. Though, I mean, we could just try to license something. Oh, I do actually have enough of this to actually promote somebody. Now, who would I want to promote? I'll promote you. We're short guns. I could spend a little money. To... open small arms is what I want. We could spend some money to buy some guns. What do we got? We can buy some British guns for 2 billion. L85A2s. Do it. That'll help. I hope it'll help reduce my deficit of small arms. It should. We need some tanks too, but no, I don't think that's going to happen. Alright, I can reduce that corruption. It does reduce my political power gain a little bit. But I think the just overall... overall improvements... Yemen took 2 states. Houthi Yemen has been defeated. And probably Al-Qaeda's not much longer. Political reform is done. I can almost reduce corruption again. Let's see. Expand the Secret Service. Build intelligence stations. Strength of the government gains political power bonus, which grants political power gain plus 10%. Strength of the government. Here we go. So we're going to need lots of political power to make adjustments here. All right, we're almost got microprocessors. We're 14 days out, which will improve the speed of research. Even a few percentage points, I think, at this stage will help a lot. I have 6 factories. I need 4 more, at least. Vladimir Putin re-elected. Surprise, surprise. Microprocessors are done. That means we can go for microcomputing. 425 days. Sure. Alright, yep. Ansar al-Sharia was annexed. The war in Yemen has ended. With the country in ruin, the Yemeni civil war has finally concluded, granting victory to the Hadi-led government backed by the Saudi coalition. In the final days of the conflict, coalition forces managed to capture and destroy Houthi and al-Qaeda ammo dumps, including the infamous Burkhan 2H Scud missiles. Although many still hold their loyalties to the Houthis, they have been disarmed, and in the coming days, the remaining Zaidi radicals will be rooted out and dealt with. Democracy has prevailed in the region with the help of the Saudi coalition and its campaign restoring hope, and the country of Yemen is on its way to being rebuilt. Alright, and we are still working on our issues here. Alright, I can reduce corruption again. Systematic corruption. Maybe... Actually, the negligible corruption hurts our tax revenue. But getting that research speed bonus might be worth it. But that is a lot of political power to spend. But we're going to get 10% more once that's done. Syria took 3 states. Tahrir al-Sham was annexed. The Syrian Democratic Council. The Kurds are still holding out, but it doesn't look good for them. The end of Swiss neutrality. Switzerland's commitment to international neutrality and non-alignment in times of both peace and war goes back to the year 1516, when the Swiss Confederacy stopped its policy of expansion after a defeat at French hands. Swiss secession from the Holy Roman Empire in 1648 helped the country further that stance. The final step was in 1815, when all major powers acknowledged and guaranteed Swiss neutrality in the post-Napoleonic Congress of Vienna. This era of Swiss history is now over. The president of the Federal Council, Doris Leuthard, has announced that Switzerland would no longer continue to honor its oaths of old and has formally absolved the major powers previously guaranteeing its independence of their duty to do so. Interesting. Alright, there we go. Cabinet reform. Political power plus 150. Do it. Let's see. Next complete. 20th of February 2019. Okay, so next year, our first military factory will be done. We can actually start making our own guns. Now, there is this, more factories than 7. In order to be able to take that one and get another free military factory. Okay, well... Jihadists attack a foreign military base and daring raid. Where was it? Turkish troops. So that happened in Turkey. What else is going on over here? Government of the National Accord. The National Salvation Government of Libya. The Libyan National Army. This civil war is still going on. Yep, we've got our surplus of guns, so everybody should be as well equipped as they can be, at least as far as small arms. Yep, we don't have any utility vehicles here, so that's what's causing problem there. Alright, another explosion in the Bahraini capital and a Hezbollah attack. Cabinet reform is done. Let's see. Tax cost minus 5%. That might be worth it. Let's see. Modify political power bonus by political gain. Plus 10%. Game-based stability, game-based war support. National heritage, which grants daily political power gain minus 0.1. Weekly stability up. Justify war goal time minus 25%. For 365 days. Okay. I could use the stability, so we're going to go that direction. But I think we're at the end of the episode here. Still waiting for that factory to finish. February of next year. And... yeah, we really just can't do anything with the world tension as it is. Can't justify war goals. I can embargo them. So we'll see how it goes. Now I could create an agency here. It's going to cost me 5 civilian factories. I only have 6. So... yeah. I don't know how well that's going to work. So, we'll go ahead and stop here for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.